everybody, what's up? I'm Emily. Welcome back to my channel. This is not the most flattering angle, but this is the angle that's going to work for today's video. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Emily. Today's video is going to be a chit chat, change my ostomy bag. This is kind of funny, kind of dorky, but I wanted to show you guys how I personally change my ostomy bag because it's a little bit different than some others, and I found it to really work for me. And when I first got my ostomy, I watched a lot of these videos. I also want to apologize, I just realized the echo in here. I'm standing obviously in my bathroom. And then I wanted to give you guys an update. From my last video, I talked about getting my ostomy and the whole process of that. And so I will have a little card in the upper right hand corner where you can go and watch that video. Also, before I get into this, last little thing is that my next video will not be an ostomy video, I don't think. I want to do a dealing with breakups video, and like an advice. So if you guys have any questions or topics you want me to cover in the dealing with breakups video, let me know, leave them down in the comments. As always, thank you guys for watching, subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up. So yeah, let's get into it. So what I use for bag changes is I have a washcloth here. Well, first I have my room sprays, just because it kind of stinks sometimes. Then I have a washcloth that I tuck into my pants, and you will see that. I have a pair of gloves, because sometimes the adhesive can get on your hands and make them very sticky. I also have two washcloths here. One I use just in case like stuff starts to get wet, because you want to make sure that it's dry underneath your wafer. And then this one I get wet because it helps remove the wafer. I also have a pair of scissors. These actually aren't my favorite scissors. I have a curved pair that are awesome. These ones really aren't that great, but I can't find my curved pair. I think they're out in my car. Then I have my bags here. I use the Hollister 57 milliliter. These are the 9-inch, I believe. They also make 7-inch ones that I'll use on occasion. And these are the disposable bags because your girl is not about that drainable life. I also have stoma paste here, which I have grown to love. This is once again the Hollister brand. I also have my wafer. I use a 2 1/4. Yeah, the 57 milliliter. I use 2. It's not going to focus. Cool. 2 1/4 right there. Okay, you can't see it. Awesome. Thank you, camera. Starting off strong. And then I have the little template that comes with it. Baby wipes. Normally, if I'm not filming a video, I also have music going. And then these are the Arm & Hammer like diaper ones. These are what I use to put my bags in because they kind of, I don't know why I held this up like you could sniff it, but they also hold or smell nice, so they kind of remove some of the odor. So I'm gonna put you back up on the tripod, and oh, I also have a mirror here because it makes it so I can easily see my stoma. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna be doing in today's video is sharing with you guys how I changed my ostomy. But during that, I'm going to just be chit-chatting with you guys and just giving you a little bit of a life update. So what I like to do is I like to wear a pair of gloves for this just because it's easier. And then I like to cut off the pointer, the index finger of one of my gloves so I can feel my skin to feel if it's dry. Just because making sure that it's dry is really important. Then normally I would do this just in my sports bra, but today I'm going to do it in a t-shirt, and I'm just going to tuck my t-shirt underneath so it doesn't fall down and I don't have to worry about it. Then I'm also going to put this underneath, tuck it in so that any spillage doesn't get on my shorts. I also have these Arm & Hammer bags. Like I said, these are great because they hold in the smell. So right now I'm running the faucet because I want the water to be warm. It doesn't have to be warm, I just like it to be warm when I go to remove my wafer. I have found personally that I don't like to use adhesive remover stuff to remove my wafer, just because for me, I'm just opening my wafer right now, just because for me, it makes it really messy, and the less products you use, the better. So I'm gonna take one of these washcloths that you saw in my layout, and I'm gonna see if this water is hot. And what I'm gonna do here, I'll zoom in for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm gonna take my little washcloth, get it in the water, and I'm gonna start to kind of just rub. At this point, my wafer is a little bit looser than like on the day, because this is day almost let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So this is day 5. Normally I change them every 5 to 6 days. So what I like to do is get this first part that's not like this sticky wafer part. I like to get just the tape off first before I take off the bag. That way if it's pooping, and generally I like to do this in the morning when I've had a little bit of time to like fast. That way, or I can cut this off. That way it isn't pooping the whole time I'm trying to do this. So a little bit of an update for you guys. In my last video, I'm just gonna talk while I do this. Also, so let me go ahead and spray this actually. So in my last video, I talked about the possibility of getting a J pouch, and that is something that I'm doing now. I went to the consult, and I have some footage that I might put up. I haven't really decided if I'm gonna put it up yet. And okay, so I'm gonna tell you, all I'm doing is rubbing the skin with warm water to get it loose. So I wasn't sure then if I was gonna get the surgery or not. I went in with a really open mind, but now I'm getting this my part 2 of my J pouch surgery on July 3rd. I am really nervous, but I mean, I don't really know how to describe it. It's a weird feeling. Ooh, okay, all right, there she is. Her name is Rosie. And I'm just gonna wipe around it with the water. Ooh. Sorry, girlfriend. I know that probably doesn't feel very good, huh? Okay, let me turn this water off. And this is when I like to switch to the baby wipes, because it just makes cleaning her a little bit easier. And she has been bleeding a little bit. I think that she's just irritated. Ooh, that kind of burns. I got a little bit of a sore underneath my stoma down here. Owie. Rosie, you okay? Ooh. Ooh, that hurts. So, I am doing pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys back up to my height. Okay, so I am doing okay emotionally. I mean, it is a lot to deal with. There are some days when I'm like, why is this happening to me? I hate the way this looks, yada, yada, yada. Like, when I just don't want to deal with it, or especially with summer coming up, there are just a lot of, like, I don't know, summer clothes that just, I don't feel look good on me anymore. I haven't been bathing suit shopping, but I'm taking a trip to California in a little bit, in 2 weeks actually. And I need, obviously, a bathing suit for that. So I'm kind of nervous. I'm going to go tomorrow. I think I might film the experience, just bathing suit shopping with an ostomy. So we'll see. So when I do this, I just like to look at the skin around it and see what it looks like. I use stoma paste every single time just because it makes my wear time better, I guess. Like, it makes my wear time longer. The one time I decided, I was like, well, let me see what it would be like to not use it. I got my first and only leak, and since then I haven't had any issues. So, I don't know. Ouch. That hurts. That skin underneath it is bleeding. Oof. So I'm going to take this mirror and just look underneath. It is pretty sore, but it's doing okay. She is a little bit misshapen because I had like an episode. She got huge, like no joke, this big around, and you can see that she's pretty small. She's a pretty small stoma. So, what else can I update you guys on while I'm doing this? So now I'm just gonna cut my wafer to the size that it needs to be. I don't know. So, I guess my biggest thing I had actually, let me talk about my last video. So I was kind of shocked at the outpour of support that I got on that video. I just didn't, I guess, realize that many of you guys, not that my subscribers necessarily had them, but some of you guys that have been with me for a long time, you know, had already reached out and stuff, but then at the same time, a lot of you guys were like, oh, I went through this as well, or, you know, I have ulcerative colitis and seeing you go through this, blah, blah, blah. I actually had a woman whose husband was going through this experience, and I was able to kind of help her, which was really therapeutic for me. And her husband now has an ostomy. And so it's been cool to kind of see the community that it brings. I'm gonna go ahead and measure my stoma with this little template. I never used one of these until like maybe a couple weeks ago, and it's been great. So I'm just gonna take, before I had my like accident, I was 3/4 of an inch, 19 millimeters, and then since then I've been a consistent 22. But I'm gonna see. And right now my skin feels pretty good. I mean, it's not irritated. I think I am a little bit allergic to the, I look kind of chunky. I think I am a little bit allergic to the adhesive, but nothing too bad. So I'm gonna measure this. Yep, looks good. I'm still a 7/8 inch, which is what I was before, like right after surgery for a couple weeks. I was like a consistent 7/8 of an inch. So, and she's still small. I mean, it's still a small stoma. So then what I'll do is I will take that section, this little part right here, and I'll take a Sharpie and stick it on top of the wafer like this and trace a line so that cutting is super easy.
Was it slow?
What was what slow?
Or
Oh, kinda. I'm filming a video and changing my bag.
okay.
Yeah.
I need to get some.
So my tip for people who are changing their wafer for the first couple of times, don't freak out, because my first couple of times changing my wafer, I like cried the whole time because, it's just scary. And you don't really know what the skin's supposed to look like or what things are supposed to feel like, and so having somebody there to help you that can like really calm you down is really helpful. Also, having somebody there to grab you stuff if you need it, because there was stuff like I'd be like, oh crap, I need this, I didn't think about it, or bring me this, or I need more toilet paper or whatever. I also recommend changing your wafer and like your pouching system standing up, because I used to do it sitting down, and then I was like, let me try standing up, and now it's super easy. Now I can do it in like 8 minutes. Like I can do it pretty fast. And originally I was taking like 30 minutes to do it. So you will get better. It does get easier. Oh, shoot. I cut this one too big.
Wait.
Okay, good idea. So what I'm gonna do to fix this is stoma paste. So stoma paste is basically like caulking, but it also heals your skin. So if you have any sores, Rosie, stop pooping, please. I'm trying to clean you. Ugh. It also heals stuff, but it does have alcohol in it, so it is going to burn. So what I'm going to do is take off, first of all, make sure that my skin is completely dry all the way around, because you don't want to stick this on when it's wet. And she's acting like a B word right now, pooping. So my J-pouch surgery is on July 3rd, and I'm actually really excited for it. I'm just really nervous because my last surgery experience was so extremely traumatizing that I just like freaked out, it was just so traumatizing that, because it was like an emergency situation. So I cut so I'm nervous for my J-pouch surgery. So what I'm gonna do, I totally got off topic. What I'm gonna do is take my stoma paste, and this does burn. I'm gonna pull off the sticky backing to my wafer that looks like this. And I'm gonna pull it off. And then because my stoma right now is an oval, which she's normally not, she's normally a circle, I'm going to take the stoma paste and apply it to the top and the bottom. Why is she bleeding? I don't understand. To the top and the bottom so that it oozes out and kind of covers that skin. Because the biggest thing is that you don't want the skin wet or you don't want the skin coming in contact with the poop, or it's called bile technically at this stage in your intestines. I can't tell what's bleeding. If she's bleeding or the skin, no, it's the skin underneath it. Owie. Weh. The skin underneath her. So, you don't want it touching your skin, but you also don't want it too tight. So I'm going to apply some stoma paste to the all around. I do all around, but then I'm going to, this is too thick. Some of it dried. Cool. All the way around, but then I'm going to apply extra on the top and bottom so that it kind of squishes out and fills in that gap. Okay, so now you're zoomed in, and I'm gonna show you me applying the appliance. So what I do, that didn't work at all. This is great. Okay, so what I do is I line up my mirror right here so I can see. I have my wafer here with the extra stoma paste on the top and the bottom. Normally I'll take my finger and kind of smooth it out, but this is actually not too bad. And you don't want to apply too much because I'm not really sure why, but I read somewhere that you don't want to apply too much stoma paste. I don't really know. So I just apply it around it, and then I take my finger with my glove. That's why the gloves are nice. And do it like that. Okay. This is just becoming a mess. So now I'm gonna put this there. I have a feeling this is gonna be a shit show, or not work the way I want it to. I've never tried to like fix a wafer situation. I hope you can still see. There we go. Plus, I look kind of chunky right now because it's at the end of the day, okay? And once you put it on there, you can't take it back off. So I like to stretch my back. That way you're like getting the most skin exposure too. Oh, crap. And then you do want to push it around it. Ooh, that burns on that skin. You do want to push it around it just so it is nice and stuck on there. And then I'll grab my little mirror, make sure my skin is all attached. Okay, then once you have that on, you want to click your bag on as quickly as possible so you can avoid any type of mess. Boom shakalaka, we're done. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video a little bit and just kind of gave you, I guess, some insight in what changing a wafer looks like, or different things that you can do. Like I said, I don't use a lot of products. Very rarely do I use stoma paste. I don't use the stoma paste often because I don't really have a lot of sore skin. If your skin, like, farther out, like where the rest of the wafer sits, the tape gets really irritated, then I would use it to soothe it. But I find that it makes it so that I don't, even if I dust it off really well, I don't end up getting a really good seal. And that's like your biggest problem, is if you can't get a good seal on your wafer. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know how great of a video this is gonna be, but hopefully you liked it. And I'm just finishing cleaning up my mess. Everything looks good. So, give this video a thumbs up if you like these ostomy videos. If you don't like these ostomy videos, leave me a comment down below what kind of videos you want to see from me, as well as I'm doing a advice for breaking up, or tips with dealing with breakups video next, and I want your guys' questions for that, or topics that you want me to cover. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.